studio to discuss more is Zain Lundell of LHL Attorneys. Thank you for coming, Zain. The basis of your action?
Well, the basis is that there's been a massive destruction in shareholder value. We have seen through various reports that there have been extremely questionable transactions over a long period of time, and we believe that shareholders should be compensated for their losses.
Right. Who approached you?
Well, this has been coming for a long time. We've actually have had over 1,000 institutional and retail investors approach us. And when I say approach us, approach our litigation group.
Right.
And so what we did is we see this case as a multi-jurisdictional case. We know that Steinhoff was incorporated in South Africa, traded on the JSE,
yes.
It then reincorporated in the Netherlands and traded on both the FSE and the JSE.
Frankfurt Stock Exchange.
The Frankfurt Stock Exchange. And we see this as a case that needs to be brought on a multi-jurisdictional basis to ensure that shareholders are able to be compensated through a seamless process.
Right.
And that's really what we're doing with this litigation group.
Do those shareholders include Christovisa as a shareholder of the company?
No, because our class definition excludes any past or current director of Steinhoff, so it would exclude him.
Okay. Who are you taking this action against?
Well, there are 42 respondents in the proposed class action. They consist of past and current directors of Steinhoff. They also consist of auditors. Deloitte is obviously one of the respondents. And they also consist of financial institutions that assisted in the preparation of the prospectus that was then issued by Steinhoff when they reincorporated on the Frankfurt Stock Exchange, well, reincorporated in the Netherlands and listed on the Frankfurt Stock Exchange.
Sure. You are restricting the action that you are taking to a specific period. Just give me that period and why.
So the period is June 26, 2013 to 7 December 2015, 5 December 2017.
Right.
So the reason for that is if individuals purchased Steinhoff shares post 5 December 2017, they would have been aware of certain misrepresentations that were made. So we need to ensure that the shareholders we do represent are shareholders who purchased Steinhoff stock on the basis of information that wasn't available to the market at that time. And that information was that Steinhoff was doing well, et cetera, when in fact it really wasn't. Yeah.
So you might have seen me fiddling. I was trying to get the market capitalization of Steinhoff at the moment. As we speak. I am looking for it, volume, value, deals. I'm trying to look at the market cap. I can't quite see it. Okay, there it goes. 9 billion rand. You are looking for 185 billion rand. Well, and I am trying to square the two. I'm struggling.
No. I think what we're trying to do is we're trying to obtain investors' compensation for their losses. Okay? We know that there has been an approximate destruction of value to the amount of 185 billion rand. What we can claim and what we obtain through this litigation remains to be seen. We know that there are D&O insurance policies. We know that there are insurance policies for various of the respondents. And we also know that many of the respondents have assets behind their name. But that is a question that will be asked later on in the litigation. I think the important thing now is to push this proposed class action forward, get it certified, and then get a judgment on liability with respect to the respondents.
Sounds to me like this is for the long haul.
Well, I think any class action is for the long haul, really.
Yeah.
The nature of class actions is that they're large and they're complex.
Yeah.
But they are not beasts that cannot be tamed.
Sure.
And I think we have a litigation group here that is extremely skilled. We've got the top securities litigation firm in Germany on board, and a fantastic litigation firm in the Netherlands, and then LHL as well, who has class action experience.
Yeah.
And I think this is something that we can definitely make happen.
I'm reminded of the Gould case. When I came here in South Africa in 2001, starting reporting here on the local markets, I remember this was starting and Richard Spoor was just about to get into it. And here we are, how many years later? 17 years later, that's when we had finalization of the matter. Do you have any sort of time frames that you guys are working with?
Well, I wish I could. A case of this magnitude, it will take a couple of years. But it also depends on, the respondents and, their actions and how reasonable they are. I think this is a very, this is a case that in my opinion is quite clear cut.
Is it?
And I think it depends on the respondents and whether they want to, come to the party and settle for a reasonable amount or not.
Your prospects for success in this?
Well, I wouldn't have taken, well, LHL wouldn't have taken this case on if we did not think there were good chances of success here.
Okay. So here we are. When does the process begin?
Well, the process has started.
It has started.
Have
you filed your papers?
We've issued our papers out of the South Gauteng High Court.
Right.
Now what we need to do is we need to serve all the respondents, and once all the respondents are served, we will approach the Deputy Judge President and request a case conference so that we can get this litigation case managed from start to end.
Right. And do you have from a reporting side, we want to know when we can come to court and, take the pictures.
You will be the first to hear.
We don't have a date yet.
No, not yet. That's that will, like I said, we will approach the DJP once all of the papers have been served.
Yeah.
We will then obtain dates, and those dates will obviously be communicated to all interested parties.
Yeah.
And the last thing I would add is that if there are shareholders that are interested in following this case and want to know exactly what's going on, we have created a website called steinhoffclassactions.com.
Okay.
Any shareholder can go to that website and they will be able to, one, register for information updates, and two, obtain information on the website regarding what exactly we're doing.
Absolutely. This show is going to be fascinating, but thanks for coming in through today.
Thank you for having me.
Excellent. That's Zain Lundell of LHL Attorneys.